So this class is only going to go on for 1 hour, but I just want people to watch me while I do this, and then you can ask your questions. I want to get questions, and yes, I know we have people that have not even started. As funny as that sounds, right? But ask your questions. If you've not started, you might not really have questions like that, except how you need to start and how you need to start. I've documented it already in PDFs. There are a lot of materials there now for you to like to 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 like squeeze and put inside your brain, you know. So even if I don't get to, I just want to show you how the knowledge you have, I want to show you how possible it is for you to be able to do anything. And when I mean anything, you can do anything with the knowledge that I have dropped. Means you can do your own short movie, you can do your own short advert, you can team up with other artists or designers, create your own NFTs sef. How about that? You know? So basically, yeah, that's just it. So I need questions. I need questions. Meanwhile, there was a particular question about, I think Feromi, you remember when I was telling you about, you see now I don't have front view and side view. So what I was trying to explain to you was, imagine this image. If I press 1, if I press 3, I took it to my side view 3. So imagine if this image had the front view maybe somewhere here and I duplicated the image. I will make sure all of them are on the same level and I will make sure they don't move. You understand? So that's something you need to understand. I showed you how you come to opacity, drop the opacity a little before you can now maybe take it up. And you see, this is where, because it is not accurate, that's why even me, I can never be accurate with this, no matter how I zoom in. You can see there's a point where I zoom in and the line, since it's a join, the line of the tire becomes blurry. So, okay, so if I get to this point, am I moving it G? Am I moving it here or here? Can you see that this is where your inaccuracy comes in as a human being? So we'll just manage this one. That is why whatever you put as your length here, for my drawings, let me tell you, for my drawings, before I even come to Blender, you can use Photoshop, or if you're an Illustrator person, anything you can use. Me, I use SketchUp because SketchUp is very fast for me. Adobe Sketchbook, sorry. Adobe Sketchbook. So I have a layer where it's on front view, I have a layer where it's on side view. I can draw my characters and model my own characters. But at some point, I begin to decide that maybe I'm getting a little bit too old for all this. So I might have people who do all this for me. Of course, I have maybe other kind of designers that, okay, I can tell you, okay, can you do this for me? Do this for me. Some people that actually do stuff for me and all, but I'm telling you the advantage of what I have if I don't have the budget to even employ anybody, which is supposed to be the advantage you guys have. If you understand what I'm trying to say. So please, let's just try. While I'm going this, I'm waiting for your questions. I'm going to put it in a group. Wait, okay, still awaiting questions. So yeah, you need to find, like, if I know me in my former workplace, I used to close by 5 back then. So before 5 and 6, I might not be home and all, but I'm telling you, if it was me, I will find, at least I can't miss all the classes. It's not possible. It's not possible that all you do is just see tutorials. You don't get that one-on-one-ness with your tutor, and I don't think it's the best. So if this is happening, why don't you just, if you go to YouTube, you will find materials. That's why it's a boot camp. But a lot of you are not maximizing it because the boot camp will end. By the time the boot camp end and you come and ask me question and I say, for every question now I'm going to be collecting like $20, you'll be like, what happened? What happened? It was free that time. And no matter the amount of materials that I will put in that, you will still have questions. Don't get me wrong, you don't even need to get it from, you can get it from anywhere you want. But I am here. That's the question now. That's the reason why, even if you are not following up, you need to follow up with the classes. Let that day not pass and you've not done that day's maybe you've not gone through that day's classes. If it is confusing, at least make sure at least you started that day. Maybe you came back from work by 8 p.m. You can maybe by before you sleep 1 hour, dedicate 1 hour to do the first 15 minutes of my class. So I'm saying first 15 minutes in case maybe I loaded a lot of information in the class and it's a lot to take in. And see, even me, I'm a slow learner. So people say, why are you saying that? Do you know the amount of things you've learned? Oh boy, look, I just kept on pushing myself to learn and learn. But I'm a very slow learner. I'm telling you, my own type of method is repetition. At this point sef, there are still things that I've done before that I've forgotten how to do. But if I maybe settle down, I'll be able to like come up with it again. But of course, it's always going to be better. But when I mean forget is like now, if I want to do a pipe with water running out from the tap, how do I do it? How do I bring in my simulations? Simulations and all might not be difficult for me, but what I might forget is the amount of, yes, say the amount of inflow for the liquid, the amount of outflow, the amount of domain. Am I supposed to make the inflow 1 or 0.5? All those things that I can actually forget that. There are people that actually once they do it once, twice, thrice, it goes with them. But me now I have to like test again. So that's what I do. Most of the times it's try and error until you see the one that is very good. I'm awaiting your questions. If you have question, if your question self is why you have not started, you want someone to help you start, just ask away. In this, like right as we are online now, somebody else can actually answer your question because now we're having students answer students question. It means that like that we're doing something great here, which is what I've always wanted. So we're having, when we start having people discuss, now you can do your work and come back and like, okay guys, I have an issue with this, and they help you out. It's supposed to be like a safe space. So if you have questions, I think now will be the right time to ask them. If you don't have questions, you guys can listen to my playlist because this particular one, you've modeled what is difficult and can, so I don't know. So you see, here's what happened. Sometimes for some of these meetings that we have, even in super team, sometimes they actually have playlists. So somebody actually will be playing music while maybe we're waiting for a guest speaker. I said 90. This is just a plane. In case you're asking me, I brought in a plane. It's as simple as that. So for your plane, you know how it is. You make them just make it take the shape of your car. So in fact I want it, I'll press shift V and align it to this center. Take this one GY, take it to this place. You see the reason why I'm not just pressing G anyhow, I'm constraining it to a particular axis. Y is the crane, you can see. That is why. that is why. That's why I'm using Y axis. So I want you to learn how to have fun with this software. Yeah, it looks complicated, but you're already making you are making waves already, and that is very good. It is very good. So don't ever underestimate yourself at all. So try to make it align with this part of the bonnet. Maybe you can drop this one down a bit. And what we gonna do? We're going to add subdivisions, like come here, hold shift, come here for major places that come in. So take one to be here and come here, subdivide, make one to be here, and then come here, subdivide. So we're beginning to outline the shape of our car little by little, you can see. But if you notice, I'm making it boxy. Remember what I said last class. The simplest way you can make your class, like, sorry, the simplest way you can get your object is what you should do. If you can simplify a complex shape, you know, then you are good to go. Now I'm thinking of another way I want to model this, but I'm not going to confuse you. I'm in 3, which is side view, don't forget. I'm just in my side view, and I'm just trying to show you that your character that you're trying to model is easy. Please don't allow any model to scare you. You come here, I'm going to subdivide and add this subdivision to 2. Don't forget, if you want to make your last operations, if you want to edit them, just come here. There's a dialog box here before you make the next move. What do I mean by the next move? You see the subdivide is still here, but if I press G, and even if I right click, okay, I right click because I didn't do anything. But if I press G a little, now it's move that is here. It's the movement. So I can move it along X axis, but it's not showing because we're in 3, which is side view. So it's when you move it along Y that it will show. You need to understand the difference between X, Y, and Z axis in case that is actually still confusing you. But don't forget, for whatever it's worth, I know somebody will be like, you should pay attention in Shift Control B. I'm trying to bevel my point. I tried to do Control B, it didn't work. You can see Control B. Don't forget, it's only when you have edges or when you're trying to Control B an edge or a face, that is when it works. If you understand what I'm trying to say. So Shift Control B and D. Let's just okay. So since this happened, I will undo, take my point to this place because I now notice that my sense of judgment is telling me, do you see how beautiful that aligned? Now I can press Shift Control B and bevel. This one will not work. It will not work. So I'll just drop it. Sorry, I'll just press GY. You know why it will not work? Because of what just happened right now. So take it out here because you're trying to give allowance. You know what happened the last time I just did this. So did it work? Yes, it did. It's just at this point. So you can bring, see, fair on me, see the question they're asking, see what proportional editing helps me do. Do you see what just happened now? Just with a click, I was able to move everything to this point. Let me undo and let me redo. Can you see? I didn't have to start moving. Let me tell you something. If I have to start moving this point one by one, you see how inaccurate the shape will be. Watch. Because it's on. Let me take proportional editing off. 1, 2. It will never be straight. It will never. Like it might be looking straight to your eye, but it's not straight. Can you see? Are you seeing all this irregularity? See, up, down, up, down. That's the reason why we use proportional. That is so with proportional editing, you can model a free human being. Now I'm going to put on proportional editing, press G. You can see the influence. I can increase and reduce. It was just perfect, the one I wanted. So this is good. So bring this guy out here. Sorry, take out proportional editing. Bring him out here. I'm going to dissolve this edge. X, there's difference between dissolve and delete. If you press X, you see delete first. Delete edge faces. If you delete edge, so what will happen? Actually, you can delete edge, but it's not in all models. I'm going to undo. I'm just going to dissolve edges. Now, when I deleted edge, the whole face went. But as I dissolved edge, the face is still there. Don't forget we're operating with one plane. So now I can come here, right click, bring in my subdivide again. Come to wireframe mode, drop it here, Shift Control B. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. So I guess this is good. Yes, this is good. So I'm having to pursue our bootcamp people on Telegram. You know, it's a very funny. So I guess this is okay. So you can see what I'm trying to do. Shift Control B, drop it. Did this work? Not exactly. So I'll click the center, come to proportional editing, G, drop it down and press Y. Why did I press Y? I don't know. Come here, duplicate, bring it out, GY, arrow. I always forget to take this guy off back. Shortcut of taking out your bevel, your proportional editing, just type O. So now this point should come closer because this is where, if you look very well, this is where the point ends. Let's take it to where the curve ends. Then Shift Control B and chop it. Okay, okay, okay. First thing, try to get your shape, need proportional editing for this place. I'm saying space GYS, drag it just a bit. Nice. Come here, come here. I think we might need 2 subdivisions. Come here and make it number of cuts to 2. And then you can drag this guy. In fact, it's supposed to be 3 safe. But I'll do Shift Control B and make it just another one, so I can drop this guy here. I'll press O, take out subdivision, bring this one here, bring this guy here, just where the curve is about to be. Shift Control B, and then I'll press GY to bring it out here. It will not work. Shift Control B, reduce the number of cuts to 3, so I can bring this one here. I think there's a curve here. Okay, I think there's a curve here. Shift Control B, and let's see. I think this place there's a curve, this place there's a curve too, so this one can come this way. Let's see what we can do here. And it worked. And come here, Shift Control B, it worked. So we have our shape of cow. Now, just with this, this is just the side of your vehicle. And what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? I'm thinking of ways in which we can make this thing easier. Let's cut in our shape. So hold these two here, subdivide from here, subdivide and make it to be 3, y3. One can come here, gy, end of here. One can come to the center, and one can come here, gy to this place. Drag the center one up to this place. You know what to do next. You know what to do next. Shift Control B. Will this one even work? I know why it's not working. You need to go up more. GZ. Now Shift Control B. We can even give it this. I'm thinking we're going to provide for this cars. See now, we can even get it this shape. You can now put your tires under. This actually looks fun too, but let's just do it the way we want to do it. So yes, and then proportional editing, G, be careful because of this point should not move. So I'll zoom in more and G. So I'm only moving click here, subdivide, 2, 3, gy to this end here, take out proportional editing, take this one up somewhere here. One thing that if I get the actual center, I might not even need to re-edit. So I don't have questions. Okay, oh, nobody has questions for me. Nobody has questions for me. And then anybody dropping anything in the chat box? Okay, not yet. So I want to show you, time might not be on our side, but I want to show you what constraints can actually do. I want to show you what constraints can do. We're observing carefully, sir. No problem. So this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do. Now I'll press A and move them to the side. GX. Take out proportional editing. I'm pressing front view. Now I want us to do something. Look at, I didn't do anything, right? So if I come to mirror modifier, I was looking at someone who dropped message in the group. So now I have to imagine the width of a car. Are you seeing? You might not be seeing if I press front view. See somewhere here. So I'll just, let me see, just look at it now. I can just take it closer a bit. You see how mirror modifier helps us to do. Very nice, man. Very nice. So I will, this is what I'm going to do. I will press extrude. Yes, somebody asking me why. I'll press, in fact, before I press the extrude, I'll press clipping so that once I join it like this, the end. We're made for life. Look at our cars. You see, I can decide to bevel my edges if I want. But this is just a simple way to try and depict this car. Just a simple way to try and depict the car. So let me first go to this. We don't have how the car even looks like front view, so we'll improvise for that one. You see, there's something about our mind. You need to stretch your mind when it comes to, that's what creativity is all about. You stretch your mind. That's why you can see cartoons where maybe Incredibles, where the guy he has a very big torso and his leg is so small, and then there's a car that, God, those things, it's just, if they are very funny looking when you see them. You see smoke coming out of the car is struggling to move. You understand? So it has to be with your innovation, your innovative mind is very powerful. You need to work on it, and when you work on it, you'll be able to do a lot of greatness. So this is what I'm going to do. I will, this is a face. I'm going to go to press K, knife tool, come here, 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 here. Will it work? Let's see now. So I just cut a hole, I just cut a face to it. If you look at the other side, the same thing is happening. You understand? So let me see if, because there are different ways, Shift Control B and bam. But this is not just vertices you are moving out. This is vertices, this is an object, this thing. So you need to, let me say, subdivide for one, press this thing so I can then tell it that you want to do connected only. So it will be moving. You can see that guide not move again, but the other ones are still moving. I need to make it accurate. GY. So we have this particular one. You can just press 3 and press K again. Click here, click here, click here, up, and let's just join it. Don't worry, don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. There's something I'm still trying to teach myself. What I'm trying to teach myself is don't be scared to upset the balance. I'm telling you. You know why? It is greatness that you find at the other side. I don't dey drop quotes. I don't dey drop quotes. Oh boy. God help me. God help me. This modeling can never be fast because I don't know. Let me take it like this more. Use proportional editing to move this guy, and maybe shift Ctrl B, drop the number of vertices, and okay, shift Ctrl B. Nope, 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 just 2. Shift Ctrl B. Let's make it 3. Okay, okay. You know what is making it difficult for me? I'm having to make my screen small because I'm presenting to y'all. You know? So it's just a simple car, right? Okay, let's just come to front view. This front view is what I'm going to do. I'll press this line here. I'll press this line here and just come and remove and just use GZ. Bam, bam, bam. Okay, I know why this will not work now. I know why it's not going to work. So this is where the problem is, because there are no vertices here. There are no vertices around here. I think it was something I was actually supposed to do, but because I'm trying to make it the easiest modeling, even for me, because me, I know what I would have done. I'm going to come to edge mode, remove this edge. I just press Alt to select them. Maybe Ctrl B. Let me see. See as it's scattering. Why is it scattering? There's a particular one that is not selected. So you see, here's the thing, but when you generate objects from a plane, sometimes this is what you have to this kind of irregularities. So yes, that's where the problem is. But let me just say something. So when handling stuff like this, right? Okay, let's just imagine we brought in a the funny thing, if I was going to ever just stay and model something completely for you, it is going to it will take, you can use Toro. So guys, come to edit mode, RX90, A will take out your this thing, should I try RY90? Yes, RY90 worked. I can scale. I'm in edit mode, don't forget. Come here, GZ, and scale, and press Alt S and G, take it to this point. You can see that center. Come, press G, then press SX to scale it on the Y small, then GX to take it to the side. Just showing you something very simple that you can do. So Alt S, then scale generally, Alt S, then scale generally. I'm trying to get that black line. If you get what I'm trying to do, trying to get the black line, then I will press, I'll come to edge mode, select this Alt, press Alt and select one line to select everywhere, press F, bring in this one a bit, I almost got it, scale just a bit more, and extrude, and shift Control B. Why is it? Oh my Jesus, I'm very sorry. I went against the rule, guys. Shift Control B is for what? Vertices, edges and faces. You see, even me sometimes I still forget this thing. Now, somebody will now start thinking it's one evil spirit that is not aligning to finish project. Meanwhile, as a human being, I think it's not easy to get all this information all at once. You understand? You have to keep memorizing them. It's supposed to be Control B. So you get what I was trying to do now. It's supposed to be Control B, oh please. Now, watch this. So I will come to mirror modifier. Immediately I mirrored it, you can see it came to the other side. See how life is sweet. So I can just, I don't know. I'm trying to zoom, Control B. I want very small cuts, like maybe 3 or 4. So I just want to teach you mechanics, right? I want to teach you metrics. So I'm going to press Y. Did you see what happened? But we can't really do on Y. You know why? Because let me tell you why Y did not work. That's for mirror modifier. Let me tell you why Y did not work. See, the same distance that we have, what makes it mirror is because once I bring in the edit mode, our center is origin is here. It will bring it to this other side. So meaning what I can do is come to edit mode, A to select, in fact, what am I coming to edit mode? Torus, name it Sire. I will shift D and right click to leave it back there. Come to edit mode, press A to select everything, GY, and take it to center here. Now I have 4 tires. You understand what I did now? You understand what I did? You understand what I did? You understand what I did? What a shame you're not going to see how, because even me, I was going to do some kind of stuff. So shift Control B. Just a bit. So in this short time that we have now, this is what I was trying to explain to you. Should we leave it in mirror? Should we? So when you want to move your car and you have a road now, and just take it out like this, this our image, don't worry, your job has been done for now. Or for now, making sure there are different things you can actually now, your tires. If you move, let me just teach you this. If you move your car, will your tire move? Yes or no? If you move the body of your car, will your tire move? It will move. But it will not just move in essence, it will be like a drag. If you watched my 12 principles of animation, meaning we need like a body. Let me just tell you what I mean now. I'm going to come to edit mode. I'm going to come to wireframe mode, bring in maybe, let's just name this a cube empty, cube empty, cube empty. This is cube empty. This is for the car. I will take it to the level of where the car is. Now let me tell you what I mean. So for my tires, right, I will make my tires to not be the child. Let me tell you what we can do. We can actually write hold the tire, hold shift, hold this car, control P, and to say set parent to, that's I want the parent to be the car, which is object. But if you do object, it will change position to where the position of where the object is. But if you do parent to object, but you want the tires to be where they are, let them remain where they are, but let them be parented to the body. This is what will happen. So if I move my car, the tires will follow and move. If it's a simple animation, maybe like from top view and you don't need to see everything that's going inside, I can actually do this and I'll just move my car. You don't even know if the tire is rolling. I'll just move it like this and it will go. Forget about the back tires, don't worry. But let me now explain to you that that sometimes will not work. In order to create something realistic, I'm going to hold the tire and press Alt P to clear parent. Clear parent and keep the transformation. Anytime you hear transformation, it is the whereabout. That's the rotation scale and location of your object. See what I'm going to do. Instead, it is better we have this entity where the car is parented to this, which I'll call it car. In fact, let's call it car control. There are very twisted rigs about cars. This is the simplest car rig you ever see. Let me just tell you. Because there are car rigs that are so good that if you turn one part of the tire, the other tire will turn. It's easy to do all these things. All these things are just constraints. So I will press 3. Now I will come here. I will go to constraint, object constraint, child of. Child of. Child of. They will tell you what to do. You want it. Sorry please, it's the tire that is the pikin. It's this guy that is the parent. Constraint child of, tell you the child of what? Car control. This particular empty, this box. Now watch it's mirrored already, don't forget it's mirrored. So if you move this thing, the tire will move. Now you tell the car too that you want it to be, you want the parent of the car to be what? The car control. If I come to this guy to do the same thing, child of car control, sometimes this thing is mass, so it's very funny. Now I can move this whole car with this controller. Why would someone now be asking me, why didn't I just make the car? Why did I parent all the tires to the car? Let me tell you the reason why. If I did that, I won't be able to achieve this kind of animation. Watch. Did you see? You know, imagine the car was going through a bump. Boom, boom, boom. I will not be able to achieve it. You see why rigs, rigs, you are trying to mimic how life, the car racing games you play, the tires have been rigged in a particular way. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. So now we can do the car like this. But I know there's a point realistically where if you drag your car, your tire is supposed to follow, right? Yes. But now, since it's a simple animation, you can just do this. See now, GZ and I'm thinking of another thing I can do. Okay, I can bring this car control. I'll click floor. You will say which floor? Who are you making to be floor? I'll choose this plane 1. Let's make our plane 1 floor. FLOOR. Now watch this. Let me see. You know, sometimes you need to actually do offset. It's not once it will work. You might not be as lucky as me. So you can go up. It can come down, but this is where it stops. Okay, so I need to am I adding 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9? Let me try 0.1. Let me try 1 as the thing is behaving like okay. Did you see what just happened? Did you see what just happened? So let me try. So if you are go to side view, you notice, is it above the ground a bit? It's above the ground a bit. I cut him. 0, we'll do 0.95. See, you guys are good. You guys are good. So in essence now, you are seeing that we are beginning to make, see, if I can take the car up, I can take it down, but I can't take it more than this, meaning no matter what I do, no matter the mistake while I'm animating my cars, it will never bypass this ground. It's something that someone was telling me I should always do. Sometimes I had animations where the leg was passing through the ground. So it's very annoying. But then it's always technical, it's laziness that is because people's work to not be fine. I discovered that in a very hard way. So now, in fact, now that now that it's mirrored, let me see. Um, mm, yeah, we're supposed to. Okay, let me just go to mirror modifier, apply the mirror modifier. Watch, oh, I'll come here, press edit mode. You know that we have applied it now. Both of them are actual object. I'll come to wireframe mode, select only one, press P and press selection. So both of them now, look. Two separate objects. Same thing with this guy. Come to modifier, apply the modifier, both of them become actual objects. Come to wireframe mode, select one whole one, press piece by selection, and come out to two different tires. So I have 4 tires now. I have like 4 different objects of tires. But to rotate tires, see, what I will do now, I scatter the rig, but watch. Your tire, if I press rotate now, see what is happening. It is rotating around because it is correct. Yes, our center of origin is still at the center. Our center of origin of the object is at the center of the world origin. This can only work if you are trying to open a door. If you get what I'm trying to say, because you're trying to open a door, the hinge is where the origin of the object is. You cannot open your door does not open through the center, meaning you want to open the door, it will just twist. That's like when you're going to all this normal supermarket, I don't know, and then maybe if you touch the glass, it's just like I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. So you have to right click and set its origin to the center of its own mass. It didn't even do anything, sef. Wow. Didn't still touch our this thing. So now if I rotate, I can press rotate along x axis. Can you see it's rotating along this x axis? Do the same thing for all of them. Do the same thing for all of them. Do the same thing for all of them. There are times when all of them have views. So now let me tell you what me I used to, because I want to control my animations to a certain level. What I do is, watch, I can press GY to this place and GY and come up here, press, I'll do automatic keyframing. So if I just press G and leave it there, it has keyframed. I'll come to frame 140 and maybe GY and drop it here and drop it. You know, it's going to start slow, increase speed along the line and start slow again. You know, that's how Blender's this thing is by default. So see. Okay. Now see what I'm going to do. I will, where did this keyframe start from? Sorry, this is your head. Started at 1, ended at 140. So at 1, just press that period button to take you to where what you are clicking on. I'll select this guy, come to N. You see this rotation, but rotating along what? X axis. So from here, I'll start it at 0. I'll press I to give it a keyframe. At 140, I'll make it as rotate maybe 8,000. You can see, you saw what I was teaching about the green and yellow and everything. You can see automatically it turned yellow because it has been keyframed. If it does not keyframed, you will not see it here. Drop this guy out here, bring this guy out here. You can see transforms, can you see rotation? So you can see why rotation and Z rotation, there's nothing under there because there's nothing. But in the beginning, when we did automatic rotation, it put keyframe for both X, Y, and Z rotation. There's no location keyframe for tire because you are not moving your tire from A to B. Now, maybe you might not notice, but let me click outside. So our tires are actually rotating. But you can't tell because every part of the tire is smooth. Maybe we should um let's go to the tire, and maybe as we do this one, press what can we do to this? Okay, but just know that I don't know, maybe you can't see, but me I can see it actually rotate. Let's come close to the stopping place and let's see. I can click on this tire, come to constraint and tell it to copy the rotation. You tell you copy rotation of who? Copy the rotation of our bronze tire number 002. Tell this guy too, come here, add constraint, tell it to copy rotation of what? Of who now? Of this guy. Come to this tire, come here, copy rotation. Copy rotation of who now? In fact, let me just come here just because I cannot be turning tire 002. Can you see? Now we have our rig. Now watch another thing I'm going to do. The car stopped, right? See what I want to do. I'm going to take this car up small. Watch. Once it stops, I'll take it down a little and take it up a little. Did you see that? This keyframe, I will come here. This is where it was keyframe, Dabi. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and press GY to go back a bit. Did you see that? It's looking a bit realistic. This is what rigs can do for you, my people. Did you see? The car even went down, and you can see that's why we didn't paint the tires to our car. Our class is almost over. I hope you enjoyed this little constraint teaching that I did. So go go and do and undo. Go and do and undo.